You are watching the Friday edition of Platinum Northwest TV News. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. Let's take a look at the leading top stories. First up, MEG Security celebrates 20 years of black excellence, and in international news, Putin has threatened the US and the UK over Ukraine conflict. In the business news, Reserve Bank lowers interest rates to boost the economy. And in the sports news, we take a look at the MEG Security Golf Day. We begin here as part of their 20-year celebration. MEG Security held a gala dinner at the Madiba Banquet Hall in Potchefstroom. The red carpet event began with a parade by the MEG Security personnel and performances by the St. Ephraim Church Choir. On the night, various panel discussions with stakeholders like the CEO of Northwest Cricket Association, Ishmael Minty, the Deputy Director of Public Safety in the city of Matlosana, Morula Khanye Botselong, as well as MEG founding members Dan Abraham and Shimi Mochobo. Let's take a look.
Maybe get these maybe I got tackle them. Ismail, did I ask of a favor for you to get here? Never. And so is the other ones that are seated with us, that are very much special. I could have been that person. I'm gonna take just 1 second now, to say, when I came into the business with them as my brothers, there was a point where I was told, hey, when you are the chairperson of something, then I didn't know what does this chairperson of something mean. And the next thing now, you need to be something else. I'm just a volunteer in the business. This is what has put food on my table. This is what has put certain skill that I was never even interested in. But I can tell you now, there is strength here, there's super strength here, there's super strength on the other side.
Thank you and good evening. Yeah, we pride ourselves with having a very good relationship with MEG Security. Just speaking to Dan there outside, we started in 2007 with MEG. So that's almost 20 years, so that's 17 years that we were there. So I can safely say that while they were in napkins and crawling, we joined with them. And then they started walking and now they're running. So we're proud to be part of that and have MEG Security with us as the security company.
Now, various guest appearances included Zbuda Maloya and Sonia Mbele. On the night, we sat down with the military and political activist Tao Tekisho.
My name is Tao Tekisho. I'm born and bred from Shaville in the Val Triangle. I'm a retired police official. I retired at the rank of a brigadier. And on my retirement, I was the head of the Presidential Protection Unit, whereby I served the 4 presidents from Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, Kgalema Motlanthe, and Jacob Zuma. And I did retire from government. At the moment, I'm working with a company called African Estimate as a head of operations.
So please just take us through your relationship with MEG Security. How did that come about? Okay.
MEG Security, I knew it from an associate of mine. That is Nsenki Emufukeng. So he told me about this company in the Northwest that is currently doing grades. And with that understanding, and we started looking at to see where it's being pitched in terms of the expertise and in terms of their operations. And we can equate them now with the likes of your G4S and your Fidelity, because if you look at the number of people that they employed and you look at how wide are their operations, and then we realized that this is one of the black excellence, that is the black companies that we can be proud of, because in most cases we do have black companies, but they don't go far, in this business. But I think MEG has been that shining example amongst the black security companies.
So I think you already covered now that question that I was going to go into of how they stand out, and now it's very clear. But if you could maybe use one word to describe MEG, what would that be?
Their slogan is excellence, and maybe to go deeper in terms of what I've said earlier on, that in South Africa, when we talk about the big companies, they will call them the big fives. Then they will call your Bidvest Coin, you'll call your Fidelity, your G4S. And if you look at all those companies, although some of them might be using black names, but those are white companies and they don't relate to us. And not to be political in one or the other, some of them originate even from the times of apartheid, and is some of their generals that started those kind of companies. And now if you look at amongst us as black companies, we don't have that much of big companies that we can call as big. And looking at the operations and the magnitude of MEG, you can say that if the market was fair, then they will be rated among the top 5, in the country.
Member of the Mayoral Committee for Economic Development, Sports, Arts and Culture in the Dr. KK Municipality, Raymond Mampe, spoke on the significance of the event on local economy.
Kina Raymond Mampe, member of the Mayoral Committee for Economic Development, Sports, Arts and Culture, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda District Municipality, under the leadership of the Executive Mayor Mangoeng.
So could you please just take us through events like this, hosted by MEG, celebrations like this? How do you see them impacting the local communities that you work with?
Wow. Firstly, let me congratulate MEG on the 20th anniversary. This is quite a milestone, especially on the side of black business in particular. Particularly on the side, a family business in the black community. They have proved beyond reasonable doubt, if you have passion, if you have the patience, if you are able to listen and learn, then you can reach for greater heights. And tonight is good stories about black business in particular. And I'm more than convinced, after I've seen what MEG has done, that yes, black business can do it as well. From the rural areas, from the townships, yes, they can do it. We can go beyond the skies as well. As black people, we can do it.
Also, former Bafana captain Aaron Mokoena spoke on being an MEG ambassador.
Aaron Mokoena, Mbazo. I'm the former captain of Bafana. I'm originally from Wipatong. It's in the Valley in Gauteng. So I'm here in support to MEG security.
So let's break down that name Mbazo. How did that come about?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, such a handsome person like me, Mbazo. They said I was a bit rough and strong when I was young, growing playing football in the township or in the dusty streets of Wipatong. So this father figure of mine, he decided that my name from then should be Mbazo.
Okay, so let's get in tonight we're gathered here for MEG, 20 years of excellence. Just tell us, at what point do you join, at what point do you form a relationship with this magnificent company?
I got to know about MEG Handle 5 years ago when they were celebrating their 15th anniversary. But not knowing, I've been working with them indirectly 7 years ago when we were busy Maize Cup. There was the Maize Cup that the premier in Northwest used to have. and Dr. Oliphant. They used to have. So I was the ambassador of the Maize Cup. 5 years, 2 years later, I got invited by this MEG security company to come and honor their, their celebration. That's when now we started being a family.
And the night was wrapped up by artist Tebogo Moloi.
Yeah, MEG. These guys since balleting from 2004. I remember ke qala ho tla kwano Northwest. Show ya pele ke le mahike. Ke makala ke bona batho ba apere di overalls green and gold. Security wise, ba mathalena ba ntsa from my car. So the way ba ne ba sebetsa ka teng ke markets, yes. Now hana go ntse ya ba ke a bona ke tla mo di funeraleng tsa mo Potchefstroom, your Klerksdorp, your Rustenburg, ke ba bona ba le teng ka Northwest. Me ba tswa gole and tsile ba sebetsang ka yona o ka bana na gore ba katile president. The way ba le so organized and all that discipline. Wa bona ke ntwe ba nang le yone ba phela ka yone. Yes.
In international news now, Russian President Vladimir Putin has issued a warning to the West, stating that he could strike their facilities if they continue to support the Ukraine. This threat comes as Putin claims that the West is seeking to destroy Russia. The war between Russia and Ukraine began when Russia annexed Crimea, a Ukrainian peninsula. This escalated in February of 2022 when Russia launched an invasion of Ukraine. In his annual State of the Nation speech, Putin emphasized that Russia's nuclear weapons are not just rhetoric, but a tangible threat. He warned Western leaders that if they continue to intervene in Ukraine, they will face severe consequences, including the potential use of nuclear weapons. For that, let's take a look now at the business news. In the business news, the South African Reserve Bank has decided to cut the interest rate by 25 basis points starting from the 22nd of November. This move comes despite low business confidence and ongoing uncertainty in the country's policies. Reserve Bank Governor Lesetja Kganyago stated that while short-term outlook is uncertain due to potential increases in food, electricity and water prices, as well as high insurance costs and wages, the aim of the interest rate is to help stimulate economic growth. The new repo rate is now at 7.7% and the prime lending rate is now at 11.25%. And that's all from the business news. Your sports update follows next. In sporting news, on Thursday, the MEG security company rounded off their 20-year anniversary with a celebrity golf day at the Potchefstroom Golf Club. Now, we sat down with event host Aaron Mokoena on the significance of this charity event.
Thank you.
We're with you again.
Right.
Yes, we were with you on the gala dinner night, and we know that we are here again. This is part of the 20-year celebrations of MEG. So if you could just take us through what is the true significance of this particular event? Why are we here today?
Right. Thank you for having me again. First of all, as you said, we had a gala dinner, which we celebrated 20 years anniversary. So this one, it's celebrity golf day, which means that as much as we make profit, as much as we do well in business, but it's always good to give back as well. So we're raising funds here, and the proceeds goes to the chosen charity in Potchefstroom and Northwest at large. So yeah, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see, the response from our invitations, and buying a 4-ball and look at this course, beautiful. But for us actually, it's important to give back as much as we're doing well in business.
So we know you're a very good friend of MEG, but if we could say, is there any message that you would have for Boabutishimi or MEG as a whole, what would it be?
For me, I probably can put it in my language to say pili ya pili. You know, it's very encouraging, as I said in my previous interviews. It's very great to see a black person doing well. It's encouraging for other black people. And it's a greatest, encouragement to kids as well, starting from humble beginnings to where they are. It's amazing. I mean, three brothers running a successful business. Well done, guys. I mean, we're looking upon you. We'll keep supporting you, especially for me. The fact that they think of church people, they think of church, they also think of giving back and creating jobs. For me now it's big ups, and I'll always support them.
MEG founders Shimi Mochoba and Dan Mochoba reflected on the success of the 20-year celebration.
Platinum for having graced our activity, and good day to all your viewers at home.
So let's just take a moment to reflect. We know that today is just one of the events that culminated to this 20 years celebration. But as you look back, how would you measure the success of your overall celebrations?
Well, this is one of the unique projects that we ever came across or hosted as a company, primarily because we wanted to show a different side of the security industry. By having, your events or activities that would instill and promote the safety industry in its whole, by encouraging those that are not yet into the industry to say you can actually make a career out of this safety and security workshops that we've had, your exhibitions that we've had, and today primarily we're saying those who have been participated on those particular activities are recognized, and also to encourage them to say register something that is in line with the safety and industry security.
So just the last one as we round off, what would you say is next now for MEG from this point going forward?
We should be a global company. We're looking at establishing ourselves within the SADC countries. But moreover, so we always believe that as one of the biggest employers locally, we can actually expand to contribute to the employment of our brothers and sisters nationally and internationally. So in that, we draw a strength from this type of activities where our brothers and sisters will come and support our causes, and thus encouraging us to say you must continue where we have started. So 600 years beyond, MEG will still be alive, whether we're here or not. It's a legacy that we are building for us as a family and the entire community of Ikageng or Potchefstroom.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and blessings for Platinum Northwest TV as a very strategic partner into our activities. We know that we get in somewhere. We can only wish you well, and we want to say our growth is your growth. Keep on supporting these initiatives that we have, and may God bless you going forward.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you for all the viewers who are watching. The plans of this 20-year celebration, they started sometimes last year when we were actually 19. So now, so part of what we've done, we had a CEO breakfast. That was actually a kickstart of the 20-year celebration. And one should mind and remember that now our celebration, once we do this celebration, we are actually, it's a marketing drive in a way, and we are very happy to be hosting this kind of event. And this is one of the kind, the biggest one, with plus minus 4 to 5 activities that happen over the week. So these activities, they assist us in making sure that now we get more of your
of the mileage and making sure that now the name of MEG Security stays on top. And those who didn't realize that now there's a company called MEG Security, they initially would have seen that now MEG is what it is, and it's now 20 years, and we are looking forward, to see many years to come.
So just the last one to finish off, as you look back and you include this event and the other events for the 20 years, how would you say is the success of what you plan to achieve and what you see now happening for the event?
The first event, we hosted the event, it was when we were 10 years old, and during that time we were actually promoting more of your traditional security services. So moving into the 15 years, we held some milestone in between that we are actually also promoting. Moving into that's when we actually initially moved into the land invasion and counter land invasion, and as well as alarm systems, installations, monitoring and response. Going into 20 years, now we are looking at the current innovations that is in the security market, as since the landscape of security has evolved over the years. Now we have started now with the AI security CCTV cameras, basic security CCTV cameras, and also we are doing close protection and bodyguarding. And also we are more into the integrated security services and products as well. So we are more of the advanced security products and services which are within this century.
Hans Lamar spoke as on the stakeholders from the South African breweries.
So if you could just kindly introduce yourself and just tell us more about how your relationship came about with MEG Security.
Hi, my name is Hans Lamar. I'm from South African Breweries, now known as AB InBev. So how I became a partner with MEG is literally we work the same industry, and it's very imperative that we understand that we have a common goal, ensuring that our communities, our kids, events, safety and protocol is followed. So whenever he calls, we are there. Whenever we call, he's there. So that's how the relationship came about.
So if you could just tell us more on just from the time that you spent with them, and there are multiple security companies, but if you look at MEG, what would you say distinguishes them from the rest?
It's very personal to them. It's one of those, my kid, your kid. So it's extremely personal, and with AB InBev or SAB, that's what it is. We take pride in us understanding that we don't condone any underage drinking. We don't even want to discuss matters of intoxication during pregnancy. So it's very personal. So that's why the relationship was easy to blossom, especially for us here in the Northwest. So it was a no-brainer.
Okay, so as we finish off, just the last one. This is the 20-year anniversary. We are here to celebrate a milestone of Black excellence with MEG Security. So just the message that you have for your partners and MEG as a whole.
It doesn't stop here. Well, let's say the sky is the limit, but once you dive into the sky, you wonder how far back the universe actually is. So, look, the relationship is not going to stop. And my message to them is that, they need to take pride in what they're doing because they've been doing a wonderful job. And they need to own what they're doing, and they need to be, sometimes you need to brag and say, listen, I'm doing a damn good job. And that's what they are. So at some point we just need to, they need to just let it go, and just like today, it's just one of those where,
partners, obviously in terms of MEG, stakeholders, everybody came together to celebrate this momentous occasion. And it's never going to stop. They need to take pride in that and need to continue. We'll stand by them all through. And it's a great team, man, and we are all for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to finish off, we spoke to the prize winners and participants on the day. Let's take a look.
I'm residing in Potchefstroom. I'm working in a local municipality, JB Max municipality. Yeah, today to be here in a golf day is a company, a security company called MEG. So they are also a part of us who are working in under municipality. Yeah. So now I'm here as presenting our municipality. So that is why I'm here. And then we come to enjoy golf, because enjoy is all social, and then we must enjoy it.
So we saw you moving with your team on the golf course. How are you feeling? What's the mood? Are you confident in your plays today?
Yes, I'm very confident. I can tell you I love this sports very much. And then it's just most of the people, they think that this sport is very expensive or whatever. By the way, it's average, you understand? And then when you like the sports, it's not about to go to about the money, whatever is it. It's about how do you feel and then how do you manage to go there. I can tell you, I don't have a money, but I'm enjoying because each and everyone is enjoying the sports. My sports is golf. And then the other opposite of it is soccer. So I'm enjoying. I mean, we've got also the celebrity here, Aaron Mukwe now. You understand? There's a lot of things. We've got a lot of companies here. We enjoy all of us. We meet all of us. At the end of the day, we enjoy it. And then one of the things is beautiful golf. You come to Potchefstroom, like this. Perfect. You are there. You see it. Yeah, no, we enjoy it. You understand? And I like the way you guys go with us, and then it was perfect. And then like of it, each and every whatever we do, the shot that we hit, each and everyone saw it. So.
Moving on to rugby news now, Warren Gatland has overseen a challenging period with a record 11 consecutive defeats, including loss to the Springbok at Cardiff's Principality Stadium on Saturday. This outcome would result in Wales finishing a calendar year without a win for the first time since 1937. Rassie Erasmus arrived in the Welsh capital after successfully leading his team to consecutive Rugby World Cup titles, in addition to securing this year's Rugby Championship. He has used an impressive 51 players this season, demonstrating a remarkable depth of talent that is an aspiration for Gatland and his coaching staff. Wales experienced defeat in their opening 2 November test, losing 24-19 to Fiji and 52-20 to Australia. In contrast, the Springbok have secured victories against Scotland and England. Of particular concern for Wales, the Springbok have demonstrated impressive performance this year, scoring a total of 50 tries in their 12 tests to date, with their only 2 losses being narrow 1-point defeats to Ireland and Argentina. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. The team will be back again on Monday evening. Till then, have a blessed weekend. Good night and take care.